reconstruction and rehabilitation we need, of course. And we can talk in details later with your organization, yes, of course, being concentrated on that matter.
Right here in the front.
I'm Mohammed Acharya, and I'm from the Executive Office of the Mayor from DC. Right now, I'm basically speaking as concerned Nepali, and I was one of the very active, community member here during the democracy movement in Nepal, and we had worked with Kelly over here, Jim Wal's office. And my question is that currently Parliament is, going through all kinds of proclamations and decisions and so forth. But what I have not seen, which is very necessary, is that Nepal really needs a whole Nepali people need to be counseled, and then that people need to have some kind of national conversation as to what is the next step is going to be. I think the grassroots input is very important. In that regard, I think I haven't seen that government sort of moving towards that process to establish and reclaim the territory that had been claimed by the Maoists. To be able to do that, to be able to get the confidence of the people, I think we have to start the national conversation. And towards that end, has government thought any of that, or has established any commissions comprised of non-governmental organizations, business community, regular citizens, government officials, and so forth? Could you speak on that, please?
Thank you for a very valuable question, I think. Of course, we are holding that sort of national debate in public on different and various matters, particularly immediately relevant matters. But as you mentioned, that there is not that sort of commission or any committee comprised of different political, non-political business and other private and other sectors also, not that sort of. But the political parties also are doing their best to launch a national debate. Like my party, CPN-UML, is launching 3 months debate about the current situation and about the new constitution and the solution of the Maoist problem, like this, and about the future of monarchy, all these things. 3 months nationwide campaign. Similarly, Nepali Congress is launching the same varieties of campaigns, and there are so many interactions and debates going on inside country. But as you mentioned, that it is important to form that sort of advisory like of or who conducts national debates as the think tank. Or I can understand, as you said, that if we had any that sort of organization like Heritage Foundation here, that would be a very important organization or body to provide feedback to us. That sort of organizations is lacking in our country yet.
Sir, in the back.
Thank you very much for your comments today, sir. I was wondering a little bit about the prospects in the commercial sector in Nepal, specifically foreign direct investment in the energy sector, and if you could address the concerns of some regarding whether or not the Maoists take a larger seat at the table politically, what effects or prospects that might have on foreign direct investment and open markets in Nepal.
Exactly speaking, the Maoists have no that sort of policies. They have no policy. They are being concentrated on their extreme ideology and ideas. They are concentrating their efforts and logics and views and everything on political question, not about foreign investment and other things. And whenever they have spoken in very few occasions. And when they talk to their cadre, they say, oh, we deny exploitation, foreign exploitation, etc., etc., and they oppose so many things. But while they come publicly and they talk to the international community or international press, then they come in right track and line. It means they have a big confusion, and in my opinion, there will be no problem, any sort of problem from their part, because they, at least I think, they can understand the present situation. And we have invited international community, international investors to invest in different field of our to invest in our country in different areas, in different sectors. Water resources is one of the sector. During the armed conflict period, the Maoists were trying to extract from the that sort of projects also. And some projects were disturbed due to the extortion and heavy demand of money from the Maoists. That was a temporary phenomenon, not a regular one, not permanent one. And their policy, I think, there will be no problem for the foreign investment in different sectors and to develop and to be involved in different sectors for the foreign investors also as well, in the government level and also from the private sector, I think. Yeah,
Gentleman on the right side.
Actually, my question follows directly from that one, involving the Maoists and the peace process. What do you define to be the Maoist end goal? And if it's truly to enter the mainstream, how can you trust them whenever they continue to violate the 25-point code of conduct from May?
Thank you for your question. First of all, we started our dialogue and we started our talks to the Maoists with them. Not because we trusted them. We believe on them or their words, but we believe on the strength of democratic politics, democratic principles, and the strength of peace, and acceptance of peace and democracy all over the world. So with that confidence is not towards Maoists, but towards us, towards people, towards democracy and peaceful process. And last year in November, we reached on 12-point understanding. At that time, we were in such an awkward position that on the one hand there is ultra-rightist element and the extremist regime, autocratic regime imposed by the king, very ruthless. And we had to fight against the autocratic king's autocratic regime for democracy. And on the other hand, we had to fight against ultra-leftist extreme elements, namely the Maoists, and we had to establish peace. In such a situation, we thought that what can we do? We tried our best to create a conducive atmosphere where we can work together with the king. But king never listened. King was never ready to listen anything. Always he discarded the parties. And always he tried to defame democracy every time. And we failed to do that. And we started new process with the Maoists. Because it would not be wise to blow both sides. So we had to stop on one side and we had to concentrate our efforts to